In episode 135, were you thrilled and immersed in the intense battle between LuoFeng and RongJun? However, were you confused as to why LuoFeng lost to RongJun in the end? Since LuoFeng could not only create a copy of himself on the battlefield but also control two phantom swords at the same time, why did he still lose? Although both of their movement techniques seemed similar, there was a significant difference in quality between the two. Today's video will analyze the key factors in this battle and reveal the differences between the two. In fact, for a stellar level 9 warrior, leaving several afterimages in an instant is very simple. Remember, a stellar level 9 warrior can reach a maximum flight speed of 50 km per second on Earth, which easily creates the illusion of multiple bodies. However, these bodies are just images left behind by a warrior's rapid movement and have no real physical form. Therefore, by scanning with spiritual power, these illusions can be easily identified. Even though the gravity of the virtual universe's battle space may differ from Earth's, the effect on stellar-level warriors is minimal. They can still unleash incredible speed. Hence, the illusion effect created by LuoFeng through movement and quick shifts is entirely feasible. However, this kind of illusion is just a temporary tactic of confusion. Since the afterimage is merely a residual shadow created by speed, it lacks the ability to attack and is easy to see through. Its sole purpose is to merely confuse the opponent, causing them to make a misjudgment, thereby giving LuoFeng an opportunity to turn the situation around. Considering the stellar level speed of RongJun and LuoFeng, the time from when RongJun created his phantom body to the end of the battle was less than a second. If LuoFeng's strategy had caused RongJun to make even a brief mistake, the victory would have belonged to LuoFeng. As for why RongJun didn't immediately see through LuoFeng's trick, there are two main reasons. First, LuoFeng may have used his spiritual power to cast a mental illusion, making the afterimages appear more realistic, just like a phantom body. This is also why, when RongJun was deceived again, he mentioned that LuoFeng still had spiritual power. Do you remember that there are several different directions within the Spirit Master's path? For instance, LuoFeng chose the path of a controller, while Huyanba focused on soul attacks, and Phantom Demon Gillespie excelled in illusions. It's worth noting that Phantom Demon Gillespie is the elite genius renowned for illusion techniques in this edition of the Genius Battle Competition. Among Spirit Masters, the illusionist path is hard to master because it requires a deep understanding of human nature, desires, and other psychological factors. However, once an illusionist reaches a high level, they become incredibly terrifying, as they only need a single glance to trap their opponents in a deadly illusion. This is why many immortals believe that Gillespie has the potential to rank in the top 20 in the genius battle in the entire universe. Even someone like RongJun might have no way to defend himself against Gillespie's illusions. However, illusions also have a critical weakness, that is, they only work on souls. This means that soulless races, such as the Masha clan and the automaton race, are not afraid of illusions. Therefore, as a spirit master, an illusionist often also masters other secret techniques from different paths. Otherwise, it would be quite ridiculous if a talented illusionist were defenseless when their illusions failed and got easily killed by the enemy. Yet, specialization is key, so spirit masters usually focus on a specific path, while the others serve as support. Therefore, LuoFeng is far less skilled in illusions than Gillespie, but in object control, Gillespie is nowhere near LuoFeng. On the other hand, Huyanba, as a marquee-level immortal and adept at soul attacks, left LuoFeng many secret techniques for soul cultivation, including the soul imprint, a soul attack method. However, after LuoFeng learned how to form the soul imprint, he no longer delved deeper into these techniques, as his key focus was on cultivating object control. Even though Huyanba might also leave some illusion techniques for LuoFeng didn't pursue them in depth. Therefore, if LuoFeng could cast illusions, these illusions were only basic and relatively simple, making them easy to be seen through. The illusions cast by a powerful illusionist are far more complex and convincing. Their illusions can make it impossible to distinguish reality from deception and can even enable training within the illusion. For example, the Void True Demon God, who became a true god through illusion. His illusion could allow a weak warrior to experience 100,000 years of training within 5 seconds, even comprehending part of the original laws to reach the World Lord level. However, while illusions can elevate a warrior's level of understanding, physical training must still rely on the warrior's own efforts. The second reason why RongJun couldn't immediately see through LuoFeng's trick is that he wasn't as calm as LuoFeng. Perhaps RongJun was overconfident in his own strength, believing that no one in the Ganwu universe country selection could force him to use space secret techniques. Therefore, he was convinced that when he created a phantom body, LuoFeng wouldn't be able to react in time, allowing him to easily win the fight. What RongJun didn't expect was that LuoFeng's true form is the golden horned beast. Even before the genius battle started, LuoFeng had already begun studying the golden horned beast's inherited space secret technique, absolute space. Although LuoFeng's training in this area had stagnated due to his inability to grasp the space laws, slowing his progress, his understanding of absolute space gave him some insight into RongJun's phantom body. Coupled with LuoFeng's naturally calm disposition, he was able to devise a series of effective countermeasures in a short time, disrupting RongJun's movements and preventing them from achieving their intended effect through the use of a phantom body. If RongJun had been calm enough, he could have immediately used spiritual power to investigate when he saw LuoFeng's illusion, instantly discovering that it was merely an afterimage and not a phantom body, avoiding being fooled and denying LuoFeng any chance to strike. However, as a warrior, RongJun might not have had the habit of using spiritual power to scout, and the suddenness of the battle didn't give him time to react. In fact, he couldn't stay as calm as LuoFeng, who, even in the heat of battle and in life-or-death moments, could maintain composure and quickly launch a counterattack. This is one reason why, despite RongJun's strength far surpassing LuoFeng's, many immortals keep an eye on LuoFeng. While there are many geniuses, very few can avoid falling in the process of growth and ultimately become peak powerhouses. LuoFeng's calm demeanor significantly reduces his risk of falling, which is why so many immortals favor him. Although LuoFeng is calm, RongJun's strength was simply too overwhelming, and LuoFeng was no match for him at this stage. The difference between phantom body and afterimage doesn't just lie in speed, because phantom body represents a qualitative leap in speed, far beyond that of an afterimage. A warrior who can create phantom bodies must have a deep understanding of the original law of space. While it is called a phantom body, it is in fact a real existence. The phantom body uses the manipulation of law of space combined with movement techniques to affect the surrounding space in a certain area when the body moves, thereby creating another body of oneself. You can think of it as bringing a body of oneself from a parallel universe into the same world, just like having a clone. This means that RongJun's strength instantly doubled because both bodies possessed the same power. You might wonder, what's the difference between a phantom body and LuoFeng's clone technique? Of course, they are different. The phantom body is like an instant body created by distorting space using movement techniques and the law of space. However, this effect is temporary and cannot be maintained permanently. This is because the universe has a self-repairing ability, which will restore the distorted space to normal. No matter how much insight a warrior has into the original laws, they cannot prevent the natural operation of the universe. Moreover, the phantom body and the original body are essentially the same person. So, if the phantom body is injured, the original body is also injured. If the original body is severely hurt to the point that it affects their movement, the phantom body will naturally disappear as well. On the other hand, innate secret techniques involving clones are different. Each clone is independently existent. If LuoFeng's consciousness is strong enough, his clones can act independently even at great distances. Moreover, these clones are not limited by time provided that the universe doesn't strip him of this talent. LuoFeng's clones can exist indefinitely. More importantly, as long as there is no soul attack, even if one clone is injured or killed, the other clones remain unaffected and can even revive the fallen clone. Additionally, the strength of each clone may vary. For example, at LuoFeng's current stage, the golden horned beast's strength far exceeds that of his human clone. The difference between a phantom body and a clone lies not only in their essence but also in the fact that the former is a manifestation of the original law of space. So, what are these original laws? In fact, when the universe first formed, it evolved from chaos. We can think of the fluctuations and trajectories of chaotic airflows as the law of chaos. The law of chaos was further divided into the 10 original laws, with the laws of time and space being the upper-tier laws. The subordinate laws corresponding to the law of time include the laws of wind, lightning, and light, while those corresponding to the law of space include the laws of gold, wood, water, fire, and earth. We can regard these laws as the elements of the universe, each with its specific fluctuations and operational rules. Warriors need to comprehend these rules and apply them to their identities and martial arts techniques to maximize their attack power. For instance, the original law of wind allows a warrior to use the characteristics of wind, including its invisibility and unpredictability, to enhance the agility of their movement, making their actions elusive. Similarly, the original law of gold allows a warrior to harness the hard and sharp nature of metal to boost the power of their blade techniques, making their attacks more impenetrable and difficult to defend against. The way RongJun displayed the phantom body was a direct result of using the law of space to enhance his speed and movement techniques. The laws of space are considered upper tier not only because they can significantly increase a warrior's speed but also because they can double overall strength. Imagine if a single RongJun could easily defeat Leishan. How terrifying would it be to face two RongJun? This is why, when the immortals saw RongJun using the law of space, they quickly asserted that he had the strength to rank within the top 20 in the universe-wide competition, if not the top 10. For a world master, mastering the law of space is an extremely difficult task, otherwise, they wouldn't go to great lengths just to acquire an inheritance crystal ball, let alone a mere stellar-level warrior. This also explains why many geniuses who can wield the law of space, if their martial arts techniques are equally advanced, can easily rank among the top 20 in the universe. After all, at the stellar level, mastering even a subordinate original law is a huge achievement, not to mention mastering two original laws, one of which is an upper-tier law. For example, despite significant progress in movement techniques under Babata's special training, LuoFeng was never able to break through the threshold of the original law of space, which is why his ranking remained within the top 100 in the universe. However, after acquiring the Mashaclan clone and undergoing 5 years of dedicated training, LuoFeng finally broke through the threshold of understanding the law of space, and his strength instantly surged to rank within the top 10 in the universe. This demonstrates the tremendous power of the original law of space, which not only greatly increases a warrior's speed but also enhances their overall strength. As seen in the scene, Bolin can instantly create multiple phantom bodies of himself, which clearly shows his incredible strength. A single Bolin could defeat LuoFeng, so imagine the power of 1,000 Bolin. Even in a battle against an 8th-level universe warrior like Baikaluo, Bolin might not be at a disadvantage. This is why Bolin is considered the most outstanding genius in tens of thousands of years. Furthermore, the reason why the laws of time and space are so powerful is that they can affect not only one's own movement and attacks but also the opponent. For instance, when a warrior has a deep enough understanding of the law of space, they can lock down a certain area of space, preventing their opponent from escaping, or use spatial tearing techniques to crush their opponent. When facing a formidable enemy, they can also teleport away to escape quickly. As for the law of time, a warrior can temporarily stop time in a specific space, immobilizing their opponent. If a warrior can simultaneously control both the laws of time and space, they could even achieve time-space reversal, reviving the dead. This demonstrates the immense power of the laws of time and space, which is why many warriors, despite knowing the great cost of splitting their focus to comprehend the upper-tier original laws, still insist on pursuing them, just like Luo. When he finally came to realize it, he found it was already too late. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.